In 2011, our strategic plan went from words on a page to actions in our community. EDC and EDC Finance were involved in commercial and agricultural investment projects in Lancaster County, totaling more than $46 million. And now, more than ever, we're seeing how our past is building our future. Turkey Hill has always been synonymous with Lancaster County. But when the Turkey Hill Experience tourism attraction was announced in 2009, no one knew that this project would stimulate the revitalization of an entire corridor in Columbia Borough, Lancaster County. It all started with a $2.3 million building PA loan, facilitated by EDC Finance for EDC member Bill Roberts, a Museum Partners principal. With it, Bill, Turkey Hill Vice President John Cox, and President Quentin Fry wanted to redevelop the former Ashley and Bailey Silk Mill into the Turkey Hill Experience. When the owners of the Columbia Burger King saw the significant redevelopment taking place, they decided the timing was right to update the Burger King facility that had been in their family for over 30 years.
We were doing quite a bit of bus business, and we contacted some of the bus companies and asked why we haven't seen them. And they said because of that building next door, people were coming in and they said, "Hey, what are you bringing us into?" And they didn't like it, and they felt very uncomfortable coming in. We knew that we needed to do a remodel here. We started about a year ago trying to get this project going to do the remodel, and luckily we kind of knew some of the people next door at the Turkey Hill Experience, and he gave us the information about going through the EDC. This is the new 2020 Burger King design. They're hoping that all the restaurants will look like this in the year 2020. Since the building next door with the Turkey Hill Experience, we're seeing an increase in sales. So all those things have been real positive. Well, we'd just like to thank EDC. They're easy to work with. They were very helpful, and those are the people that helped get us here.
The Burger King project is an example of the Small Business Administration 504 program at work. In place of moving the building to another location, this project will be an economic driver for the Burger King franchise. Today, Mike's son Michael has joined the family business, and the self-proclaimed generations of Burgermeisters are proud of the difference they've made in developing tourism in the northern section of Columbia Borough. But this story is about much more than burgers and ice cream. It's the effect they've had on the whole town.
We knew that in order to jumpstart economic development and revitalization in Columbia Borough, that it would be important to have one anchor business to show people and to show business folk around that, hey, Columbia's on the move, this is the place to go, this is the place to locate. And as a result, we see other businesses in the community starting to come in, starting to look at renovating buildings, and it's all a result of that anchor project. I can't thank the Economic Development Company of Lancaster County enough for the assistance that they've given Columbia Borough over the past 10 years.
Revitalization, redevelopment, recovery. There are so many more stories like Columbia Borough's. When Lancaster-based Providence Engineering Corporation was looking to move from its leased space to a more permanent location, founder Dan Fickner also turned to EDC Finance for an SBA 504 loan. Through this loan, the firm has purchased and is renovating a vacant building in East Hempfield Township.
We have the opportunity to expand, reuse an existing facility, renovate it, and move. It'll allow us to expand from our 24-person size now to 32. And we were interested in this property, but disheartened. We didn't think we could get commercial funding for it. Not knowing how to go about financing this project, I called our landlord, since he's in the business of owning and managing commercial facilities, where he would go for financing. And he asked me if I'd ever heard of EDC. And I slapped my forehead and said, "You're kidding." I just never thought of them for us. We could not afford to do this work if they were not here, being our advocate, the advocate for Lancaster County businesses, the advocate for our economy, and helping businesses to do better. That's what they're here for, and they do a very good job.
To many, Lancaster County is defined by its green fields. That's why a healthy agricultural environment plays an important role in EDC's strategic plan. When Barry and Sharon Kreider wanted to expand their second-generation Mount Joy dairy farm, they turned to EDC and found a First Industry Fund loan a perfect fit. With their loan, the Kreiders constructed a new freestall barn and milking parlor and purchased related milking equipment. This expansion allowed them to increase their milking capacity to 140 cows. Cleason and Dawn Sensenig worked with the EDC in 2007 when they wanted to branch out from dairy on their farm in Little Britain Township. With this loan, they constructed a new poultry breeder house and purchased equipment for their egg-laying operation. Today, a next-generation farmer loan has helped the Sensenigs continue to grow by allowing them to purchase 150 acres from Cleason's parents. From green fields to brown fields, from county to city, we've seen that a single development project can reverse decay and neglect one block at a time. That's the case with the Meter Development Corporation's historic Eastside Suites. This mixed-use development project is breathing new life into a neglected East King Street corridor by restoring the facades and storefronts to their original historic appearance. When completed, it will include retail, office, and residential space. EDC Finance provided access to the Building PA and Recovery Zone Facility Bond Funds. The project also utilizes the New Markets and Historic Tax Credit programs. This year, our Growth and Investment Report lists projects that are still in the design phase. The Flex Cell redevelopment project in Lancaster City and the Purdue expansion in Conoy Township are just a few of the developing stories for the coming year. For EDC and EDC Finance, current projects will always build upon past experiences, as one group's success becomes another's inspiration. We thank our members, partners, and staff for their hard work and support in 2011 and look forward to another year of revitalization, redevelopment, and recovery in Lancaster County.